Ew.
I think we're simulcasting.
Are we?
I think so.
This is fun.
So we're on.
Are we
What's
on?
up,
Hey.
Louie?
Shelby.
Flipz.
Alright, so we're doing the simulcast for Johnny and Louie. I don't know if that's what this is called, simulcasting.
Google
The
Hangout.
Google Hangout.
Yeah, but the
Hangout.
act of what we're doing, I think it's simulcasting. No?
Okay.
Is it?
What is it because
Casting
many people are casting at
simultaneously.
once? Yeah, but it's only us.
We're
So.
trying to get casted. Is that what we're doing?
I don't know. Do you want to talk a little bit about Johnny and Louie, how it came to be?
Me?
Shelby.
Well,
Shelby.
first off, let's
Johnny.
Go. Johnny.
I played Johnny.
That's right.
Louie plays Louie, and
I
Flipz-
play executive producer.
and also plays Rafa on the show.
Rafa.
He plays our antagonist. But yeah, so how Johnny and Louie came about. Well, first off, I didn't name Louie because he was Louie. We all are we're b-boys, so that's how we all came to know each other. And I only knew when I first met Louie, I only knew him as a b-boy named Mock. And I had him in my phone as Mock. I called him Mock, and I had no idea his actual name was Louie. And when we did this little thing in our garage. We went down there, and I needed a thing where I played, where it shows like a comedy, like I'm one of the gangster character, and somebody who could also be funny. So we had this little thing that we improv'd in our garage, and then it turned into this kind of, right?
Yeah.
What was the name of that, though? What did you guys call that?
It
What
was
do we
the,
call it?
Louie, Johnny goes to speech therapy.
There's a little surprise at the end. I think, LeMay, do you have that clip?
Yeah.
She might be able to upload it. This is how Johnny and Louie, if you guys click on it, actually started. I thought it was brilliant. But while you're watching that, or if you put that on hold, Louie will tell you side of the story, if you will.
Well, I was in Alaska actually.
Ooh.
I do deep whale digging, and I got a phone call from Shelby, and we came out. Well, what we do out there, if in case you want to know, is we try to save whales.
By digging holes and helping them to.
Because they get stuck
Right.
in the ice. No, I'm just kidding. But Shelby called me and he was like, I want to do this thing. I want to do a character where I'm having a problem delivering these lines and I'm rehearsing, for something. So I was like, all right, I'll come out. And we went to the basement or his basement, and we shot it with 4 people. Us 2, we were 2 of those people. So it was.
And Flip's sister.
Yeah, Flip's sister
Did
was
Mike,
holding
and then
Mike.
Noel ran the camera.
Noel ran the camera. So it was just the 4 of us down there, and we shot this thing with his teddy bear, and we were kind of like, he had this monologue, and then afterwards he was like, I don't know what to say after, so we'll just improv. So we did that, and during our improv is where we actually started to really create the characters, Johnny and Louie, and the characters that you see now in the pilot, and hopefully in the future, they actually were created during that improv.
Yeah.
Right then and there, which I thought was really cool because, we have this, this whole, that whole scene. I don't want to say anything to spoil it, but when you watch it, just everything was just on the spot. We just created it right then and there, which I thought was really cool.
What do you call it again?
And we call it, we don't really call it anything.
Speech therapy for gangsters.
Yeah. We just named it now.
Yeah, we just named it now.
Well, we improv this too.
Yeah.
This is all improv, by the way.
Well, and the thing about it is the hardest thing, I guess, is like he was saying that we found the characters in those moments, and we did, because I mean, I've never really done comedy as an actor. I'm just normally a dramatic actor, and so this was my first kind of attempt at something like this.
Yeah, me too.
And so we found that the whole relationship ended up being like, Johnny was kind of the fool, the idiot, and then Louie's character was the straight man. So in comedy, that's how some rom-coms keep it up. So you have a goofy guy and you have a straight man, So someone to always base the reality off of for the audience, and it just kept escalating, and we just kept doing with it, and we're all, I wait tables at night. I'm trying to make things happen as an actor out here in LA, and and we're all in the same boat here, is trying to, I guess, further our careers. So, and we all enjoy each other's company.
Mm-hmm.
We're all really good friends. This is people I consider family here. So I'm glad things have gotten this far.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what Johnny and Louie the project actually is.
Yes. So if you don't know, I guess
Now you know.
Now you know. A log line is like, it's always sunny in Philadelphia meets the Sopranos. Johnny is a mafia don's son who has some unusual problems adjusting to the mafia lifestyle. And alongside him is teacher Louie, who helps to instruct him, and is sort of like the son the Don always wanted to have. Louie's Louie's character we made as like he's a master craftsman as far as the art of, I guess we would say killing, or what do you say? How would you describe Louie?
I think Louie's character. I like Louie's character.
Looking up footage for you
I
guys.
feel like, he's one of those straight guys. He came up with the whole mafia thing, and he was raised by the Don as kind of like his son, as kind of the way that he should have been raising Johnny, Shelby's character, but he just wasn't really into it, so he raised me that way. And he kind of reminds me of somebody out of the Sopranos. One of the older guys that were hanging out with Tony, that were, they were really all about their business, but sometimes they did things that normal people wouldn't really see eye to eye. You know what I mean?
And the
They were
way
a little eccentric.
The way we kind of made the backstory is Louie's character, grew up in Washington Heights, Dominican, but was kind of almost raised by Italians. So he's Dominican Italian, I guess that. So he kind of was brought up, and then like Johnny was never that quick, and for whatever reason, the Don took a liking to him. I mean, we're setting this in present time, so this isn't the 70s, where there's so much racial profiling going on in the mafia. I'm sure there still is a lot of racial profiling, but this is our version of it, and in our version, the Don's right-hand man happens to be Louie, who has dark skin. So he's a Dominican Italian, so to speak. So he's the Don has instructed him to teach me how to, I guess, basically walk in his footsteps someday. So that's the basis of the show, and the comedy comes into play when you just get in situations where, Johnny is an idiot. He's really, really dumb and not good at doing anything that he's supposed to be doing. I think maybe Johnny would be better at, I don't know, being a
Pizza maker.
being a pizza maker, or fucking.
Something he doesn't have to think about too much.
Yeah, or just being, Johnny's more like he's grew up in a lot of wealth with his father, so he's just always used to getting thing and having things, so he's not used to working. So, the whole show is about his arc of becoming something that he should be, a hard worker in the, the mafia.
So what do you talk about where the show?
Let's talk
where
about
you want the show to go?
yeah,
And how
and exposure that it's already
how we can
gotten.
get there.
Yeah.
So basically, from that little skit that they did, I watched it. I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. It caught me off guard that it was so good. And something in the back of my head, just me being a producer and whatnot, I kept thinking, this could be a show. This is funny. This could either be on network or it could be online, And the guys were like, really? We just did it for fun. I was like, this is really good.
We thought it was horrible. I fucking hated it. So did Louie. We still hate it. I don't know.
I thought it was funny, and you guys can click on it and check it out. But I thought it was great, and my wheels started turning. I was like, man, what can we do with this? How can we write more? And then I started telling the guys, listen, whatever it was that you guys did, just keep at it. Keep writing. Keep doing it. Keep exercising those skits and those characters, and they started really getting together. I remember they would go over each other's house and just keep talking. I'm like, keep me in the loop, because I'm doing all these other things. And then slowly but surely, they're like, listen, we got some more stuff. We've been writing. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And we started getting more heavily involved. And I said, if you guys can get it to a place where we have a teaser trailer of some sort, I'm gonna bring in some people that can help us, some heavy hitters, or talk to a film company or whatever. And then I ended up going to a buddy of mine at Red Baron, and I said, listen, it started off with this little skit with a teddy bear in a garage, and it's now this. They're ready to shoot it. What do you think? And he said, well, bring me that final product, and we'll go in. We had a meeting at Red Baron in Manhattan Beach, which was awesome. We were like in this huge office. They played it on the flat screen, and we're like, what? You know? Yeah. Next to Marvel. So that's kind of crazy. James Cameron's office. We ate downstairs from James Cameron's office, and we're like, oh my God, we're so close. So he watched it. He had some notes. He really liked it. He's like, I think it's great if you guys tighten this up, and if you guys do this, and maybe that. Maybe we bring a writer on board, because we're not writers. We're just a bunch of ideas thrown together and then shot and edited. But we're already in a good place. We're already on the path to where he saw it could actually be something. So then my friend Robert says, there's a possibility if you guys can get it together in time to put it in a film festival. And I was like, what? Guys, we got to edit whatever we have. So we started scrambling, and these guys were pulling like all-nighters just editing and mixing sound and reshooting certain things that we needed to create a teaser trailer that we're about to, I think LeMay might bless you guys with that as well. That's all you guys are going to get, though, just those 2 clips. And then we had our friend Abstract come and do some of the artwork. I sent that. Yeah. I sent that in. I think you guys will get it. And he created a poster that looks. Yeah, Abstract created a poster that looks like it's already a movie. It's already been shot and edited, and it looked really, really good. And you kind of get a sense of, from this poster, everything that Louie and Johnny were talking about. So then, next thing you know, I end up getting an email saying, dear filmmakers, we're pleased to inform you that your webisode has been accepted to be screened at the Sunscreen Film Festival, October 11th through 13th. We're like, what?
Right.
Oh, boop. Bunch of little beeps, censored beeps came out, and I think it was great. And they had the logo, and we're like, Sunscreen Film Festival, and we couldn't believe it. We're like, what? So I just kept telling the guys, let's put a little more money into it. Let's invest more time. Let's get somebody to help us write. Let's get a director. Let's get the right equipment to shoot this stuff, because it definitely has potential to go from one 5D with one lens at a garage, and no lights and a boom mic being held by my sister, to a full-on production,
right?
And yeah, we're at that place now where we just finished a 22-page?
Yeah, 22-minute
pilot presentation, which took a while. It's been undergoing a couple months now, and that is our next step. We bring it to Red Baron. Shapiro West and Associates are going to take a look at it. George Shapiro, who's Jerry Seinfeld's right-hand man, manager, producer. We're going to bring it in and let them see what that little thing has turned into. And then if they bring writers on board or whatever happens from there, we want this to end up on a network. So we have a couple networks in mind, making those connections as we speak. And hopefully, yeah, and by next year this time, you guys will probably be like, what? The 3 guys on the couch? Look at them now. You know what I mean?
Maybe a billboard.
So, yeah, billboard,
Sunset,
commercials.
billboard.
Yeah, why not? Sunset. Let's shoot for the
like
stars,
Sunset.
man.
I like Sunset.
I like the Grove. If you could get a billboard up at the Grove, it's like a 10-story high one, you're good.
It's true. If you have it there,
yeah,
you can get it anywhere.
You know what I mean? So that's where kind of I'm at. I'm the guy that kind of, I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I'm like the dad or the coach in a way, where I saw the talent, I know these guys really well inside and out.
And the dad, the coach, the mom, the everything.
The cheerleader, I'm like, come on, man, we gotta do it, we gotta do it. But, we know that it takes money, this is Hollywood, so it started off for free, just everybody kind of giving their time, and then slowly but surely it has to turn into a production. It needs sponsors. It needs money. It needs time. It needs, you know, it needs to be caressed every now and then, because there's times where I want to see something done a certain way, and then he, you know, he has his idea and then he has his idea, and we're like, all right, let's cuddle this out for a second. Because, you know, all these great ideas, you can't really shoot everyone's ideas. You'll never be done with the project.
No.
But once we all get together, and we got Mike Dones, who's directed the last two things that we've done. He's done a great job. He has great ideas, and he's super busy. So whenever we can snatch him up, we're like, listen, Wednesday at 2, yes or no? All right, great. You know, so it's good. It's good that we have a team. We have production. We have people that did makeup, hair, wardrobe, runners. We had personal assistants running around all day. It was really, really good. There's on our Instagrams, everybody's, we had from the moment where we started, where we had the call sheet printed with fresh ink on it. We snapped photos that whole day, and you know, it was really good. If you guys can keep up with the following, because it's better you guys follow now than. And we're like, see,
so we can follow you back.
Along for the ride, man. Along for the ride from the beginning.
Where can I follow you? So I can
Start.
Oh yeah, where can we follow? Let's go down the line.
Shelby Stehlin.
At?
That's my Instagram.
And that's it.
That's it.
Facebook? No
Oh,
Facebook.
I have Shelby Stehlin.
Ayo.
It's Facebook too. And then I don't have a Twitter.
Mine is, hold on. I have my social media so that I don't ever mess it up. We have, all right. Follow me at Twitter at Flipz ENT, capital FLIPZ, capital ENT. Instagram at Flipz ENT, all lowercase FLIPZ ENT. Facebook, my personal Facebook, is Flipz Entertainment with entertainment spelled ENTERTANMENT. So it's kind of like Flips with a Z, not an S. Yeah. And then the business Facebook page ran by Luie, does such an amazing job, is Flipz Entertainment, FLIPZ, Entertainment spelled the way it's supposed to be spelled, ENTERTAINMENT.
Now you get it why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
And who he is.
OCD.
You can follow me anywhere under Dalmasy. If I have a page there, it'll be under that. It's DALMASY. So Twitter, Instagram. Johnny and Louie has a Twitter. It's just Johnny and Louie. We don't have an Instagram. Wait, did I say Instagram or Twitter? Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. We don't have an Instagram yet. We might make one.
Johnny.
But it's Johnny A&D, I believe. Johnny A&D LUIE. So we updated. We started it a little while ago. We updated it a little bit, but we're kind of doing a lot of things kind of behind the scenes right now. So there's not very many updates going out. But I think next month we'll probably really start kicking off the social media stuff and releasing behind the scenes footage, some little clips here and there, some little snippets, so you guys can check it out and see what we've been working on, and just get inspired. Get inspired to watch the show, or get inspired to create, or get inspired to do whatever. Just get inspired.
And if you guys have ideas, because sometimes we get into these brain farts, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. The feedback that you guys give us will most likely also help create, because we're so on the fly type guys. And it's like, yo, that idea was great, even if it's, I don't know, if it's a fly on the wall that tells us, hey.
Yeah, well, I mean,
try that. We go ahead and it's true.
That's a good point. And I mean, the thing about Johnny and Louie, from the very beginning when we started it, it was kind of like we want to do something that we enjoy, and for ourselves, of course, but we also want to be able to kind of give back to the community somehow. And I know that might sound crazy, we're putting on a show, but the way we wanted to do that was to be able to put our friends on, and eventually when we get to that point where we can now start hiring and paying for people, hire and pay, people that helped us out in the beginning, for example, somebody that, was holding the camera on one episode.
So many.
Yeah, somebody that was holding the camera on one episode maybe, you know, what they actually want to do is act. So maybe we can give them a character that they can come on, and you know, depending on how well their character does, you know, the feedback that we get from everybody, we'll keep bringing them on. But I think the point is to just at least give back and also be able to work with our friends in our community that we're all doing the same, because I feel like even though this is a show and we're all acting in the show, everybody that's a part of the show does something else, but we're all part of this same little community.
It's a family.
Yeah, like, and I think that's really cool. You know, Flipz does what he does, Shelby does what he does, I do what I do, but we're still a part of this community, and we want to try and help each other out and help other people. So, you know, what he was saying about if you have ideas, I mean, that's one thing. You know, if you have a great idea and you send it to us and we decide that we're going to use it in some way, we're going to try and use you in some way if you want. You know, maybe you have an idea for a character. Maybe you can play the character. Yep. You know what I mean? Or maybe we'll get somebody else to play the character, but you could have a part in it, or you can just be a writer if that's what you want to do, or just something like that. You know, some way where we can all work together.
Stay down to earth. If you believe in the project, just like I did when I saw them just do that, there's an easy way to become a producer as well. Some people don't want to be on camera, or some people say, they almost like you guys are rooting for us, you know, and you guys say, hey man, how much is it per episode? It's like whatever that budget is, it can help come from you guys as well. It's like, you know what? You're out there, you're a producer, executive producer, and you're like, I believe in these guys, like George Shapiro and Robert Enriquez, and you know, maybe you guys can help us find videographers, people that want to work, you know, sound. Everything that's hard to find, anything that makes things complicated and slows things down, and then it just becomes this like snowball of just great energy. Like, oh, we got a boom mic guy that wants to help out for a couple of days. He's free. He has some great ideas or good equipment, and I think it's cool for it to be done this way. And then it ends up like, you know, Will Ferrell and his people in Anchorman, where it's all their boys helping write the film. They write everything. They rehearse it together. They get all their best friends that are the cameramen, editors.
That is a dream.
Yeah, man. And then the budget, it almost comes down to favors. Everything was a favor, but now everyone's getting paid. Once the budget's like at $20 million, everybody's getting paid. Everybody's on salary. Everybody's good, and you know that takes care of you for the year. And then they do it over and over again every year. You know, you got what's this guy? Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler has his team of guys. Yeah. I feel like I want to be like the Johnny Knoxville of, you know, our Jackass crew, you know, where they get to go all over the world, do cool stunts, and everything's paid for. MTV puts it up, it's well promoted, and I think we have the talent. We have hidden talents that you guys will find out about if you guys keep following. We'll put up our demos so you guys could see our hidden talents at night, or when we go to clubs, we turn into superheroes. You know what I mean?
We crazy up in this. We crazy.
I mean, we blur. We blur. Head spin. Windmill jackhammers. Look that up. Anyway, but yeah, you guys will get to Munchmo. This guy's out.
I lift weights.
I make coffee.
And he's a musician too.
Yeah, you gotta follow Dalmasy for sure.
Dalmasy.
Dalmasy.
It's Dalmasy.
Dame Dalmasy.
When you see him in the streets, don't say Louie. Say Dalmasy. He doesn't want to have a first name. He just wants a last name. Just wants
that's not true.
No. See?
No. Johnny and Louie just kicked in. Check it out.
And action.
They just see what I mean.
Everything's written out of conflict in life.
See?
So it's not much different. You know.
Except it's true. That's not true. That's not true. That's funny.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Anyway, if you guys have questions, comments, if you guys love us, hate us, you know what I mean?
Say some.
Someone just emailed a question. They wanted to find out more about your characters.
Okay.
More about the characters.
Okay. Well, Johnny is the Mafia Don's son, who backstory is very privileged. Came like, you know, silver spoon. You know, like he's had everything. He has a credit card limit of, you know, $10,000 per week. He goes out, does a lot of strip club stuff, mostly strip club stuff. I hope there's no kids watching this. Does a lot of assortments of tries different drugs a lot. Like he's what you would call at the age of 25 or 26. He's somebody who's just he's like a Paris Hilton or
Kardashian.
He's a Kardashian. Yeah, I mean somebody who's but in the world of New York and everything like that, like
he's a Hilton.
Yeah, he's a Hilton. But he's an idiot. You know what I mean? That's the difference. If you see like Johnny's Johnny has a therapist he sees on a regular basis. Johnny has a lot of issues that maybe he thinks he has on his own, and there's a lot of he never got mainly in a lot of plays, a lot of stories are written like this. A lot of people say that a lot of women have daddy issues or girls have daddy issues. Johnny has daddy issues. Johnny definitely has a lot of daddy issues because he never got the love and acceptance from his father. His father being a man who's his father lives with fucking animals. You understand? I mean, like, they smell the fear if you have any. Like, the world that he lives in, Johnny is like a good analogy? He's like a goat or an antelope around a bunch of lions. He's just fucking meat that they're gonna eventually chew up and spit out. So Johnny's very weak, and so Johnny spends a lot of his times up until the point where his parents make a decision that it's time for Johnny to step up and do something besides, being a Hilton, I guess you could say, and living that kind of lifestyle. So that's when, he's introduced to Louie, and Louie his whole process is trying to whip Johnny into shape to kind of make him, I don't know, the cold-blooded killer that, the cold-blooded individual that it would take to survive in the mafia setting, to be eventually the Don that somebody respects. Like, that's Johnny's father's hopeful goal because he's his only, I'm his only seed, so his only male heir, so it's only right for me to do that. And then, we have a lot of different, we have other characters that are a lot of fun in this world as well, like Uncle Sonny, played by Gary Private. He's great. He's, we're not going to say too much because we're going to give stuff away, but that's a good rundown of Johnny. Johnny's he's the Gilligan in
Gilligan's Island. Gilligan.
It's not too far.
He is actually Johnny.
I'm Johnny. I can't fucking talk. He's a Gilligan in Gilligan's Island. Thank you.
He's a Googling.
He's a Googling.
Louie, a.k.a. Louie the Hammer. Look at these two. They're like Johnny and Louie. Louie is a.k.a. Louie the Hammer, and I think his name kind of explains a little bit about who he is. Like Shelby said, he was sort of raised with his father, the Don, and he's Dominican from Washington Heights, and he lived with them for a long time. And there's a time crunch now where Johnny has to straighten up, and so the Don sends Louie with Johnny to maybe Florida, or depending on wherever the show eventually takes place,
to work with Uncle Sonny.
To help build the family name and the businesses over there where they are. And the Don just thought it'd be a good idea to take Johnny over there so he could really start from the ground up and really learn what it is to be, how this family and how this business works. So Louie, he's on a time crunch, and he has to get Johnny into shape as soon as he can. But he's not really a babysitter, and sometimes he's bad at what he's doing because he forgets how Johnny is. So he'll leave something up to Johnny, and he'll be like, Johnny, do this part while I do this part, and something always goes wrong, and then that's when Louie has to try and fix the mistake, figure it out, fix the mistake, teach him, teach him how to be this guy that his father wants him to be. And I think it's a great dynamic because Louie has flaws as well, where he's very serious. He doesn't really like to laugh. I mean, he likes to laugh, but he he doesn't like that he likes
He
something.
doesn't express his emotions as much as Johnny does. Johnny
Right.
likes to talk about everything that goes wrong in his life. Because he has if I have a toenail, an ingrown toenail, Johnny will talk about it all day. That's something most men, or men, they're not supposed to talk about their feelings and emotions, right? They're supposed to be cold.
And I think that's
horrible.
it's a relationship where it's kind of like Louie's teaching Johnny, but Johnny in a way is kind of helping Louie and teaching Louie too.
Yeah. I hope that answered your question a little bit. Sorry, we kind of go on tangents a lot. Any other questions?
All right, ready? Go after me.
I fucked it up.
What are your hidden talents?
I grew up as a b-boy, dancing. I've been doing this swing dancing show in Vegas called Electro Swing. Got to check it out. The Cosmopolitan, Marshall Watson, Skylar, the DJ. It's a lot of fun. So I've been learning swing dancing. Do that, and I'm a constant student of being an actor and understanding, human interaction and building characters. And Johnny's definitely, a character, and it's a lot of fun to play with, and a lot of fun being a fool a lot of the times. Get to have a lot of fun, get to do a lot of crazy things. And Dalmasy here does a plethora of things besides being a world famous b-boy. Besides that, he's also a musician. He's a musician. In fact, I think.
What about?
Flipz does. Flipz is a producer. Flipz is a director. Flipz is a great friend. Flipz is a nasty b-boy. Flipz is an actor. I mean, Flipz does everything. Sorry, I'm kind of.
He's an interior designer.
He's an interior designer. You should see this. He designed this place really nice. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
He started Flipz Entertainment.
Started Flipz Entertainment. He's a business mogul. Like that, mogul?
That's a good word.
I've been reading the dictionary.
Business mogul. That's nice. I manage talent.
Someone said wrapping up. Well, we're also wrapping up. So, do you want to close us, Louie, with a song?
Can we? We're wrapping up, right? We got 6 minutes left.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Do you have a 6-minute track for us?
Yeah, I have my guitar.
Yes. Yes. I choreographed this, by the way. I'm a choreographer.
And also, every song he sings, I like to do a spoof of it as well. He's got. I don't know which song you're gonna play.
A live spoof.
His.
But you're sitting in the middle, FYI.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not gonna sit.
And another thing, when he makes music, you never think he sings like this ever. But he sounds like a British man when he sings. It is the most fucking brilliant thing you'll ever hear in your life. Prove me wrong when I'm knocking at your door. Prove me wrong when I'm... He's tuning the guitar.
He's tuning the guitar. He's getting himself prepared.
This is gonna be.
He just lit a candle and incense in the back.
Did anybody ever tell you this guy gets the best candles ever?
Oh, the May just hooked me up with one. It smells so
Yeah, whenever I get a gift from Flipz, I'm excited because I know it's a great smelling candle.
Okay, I'm writing a new album right now,
Take it away.
and those are the only songs I have in my head. So those are the only songs that I would be able to play.
You're gonna do it
Well,
hard.
But
No?
I haven't finished writing the lyrics to the song, so there might be some times where I say really weird things. And you feel free to email lyrics ideas if you have. All right, the song is called Nightshade. Nightshade comes around, she tells me that her old love is around. She tells me that what we had was renowned, but this is where we part. Oh, last night I was lost, I couldn't fight the feelings, I was lost. You told me that your old love broke your heart, but now you're in his arms. Oh, oh, oh,
But where was he when I came to you in the middle of the night? Holding you, you said you felt alive, but now you're in his arms. Oh, and you know that I tried to plead with you, stay one more night. I tried to tell you I loved you and it'd be alright if you just stay. Oh, when nightshade comes around, she tells me that her old love is around. She tells me that what we had was unfound, but now my heart is torn. Oh, 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 oh.
Nightshade.
Hold on, no, wait. How much time we got left?
Not enough for you to spoof it. On that note, we're gonna leave you. We got Ivan Flipz Velez. We got
Dalmasy.
We got Shelby. And behind the scenes, behind the camera, we have Louie.
Yeah, we have
Louie.
a behind the camera person, so
It's Flipz Entertainment, man. We roll.
made it. Dude.
Made it.
Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time.